Okay, welcome to this video, and in this video we are going to get an introduction to vehicle wiring diagrams. What are wiring diagrams? What are they used for? Why should you learn them as a person dealing with cars? How can you get started with reading wiring diagrams? So let's get to the point. First of all, what are wiring diagrams? Wiring diagrams are like the schematics or the blueprint of the vehicle's electrical system layout. How different wires are organized, how power flows, and so on. Why do you need to know them? Wiring diagrams help us to know how different components within the vehicle are connected. They help us to troubleshoot issues. You have an issue, you are looking for wire X, you don't know it, you are looking for where power is being lost from, and so on. So this is the beauty of understanding about wiring diagrams. The other thing I need to talk about is how can you access wiring diagrams. So first of all, you need to know that wiring diagrams are not free, or they are not freely accessible on the internet. If you want manufacturer wiring diagrams, in most cases you need to purchase them from vehicle manufacturers or purchase them from aftermarket sites like All Data, which have subscriptions to where you can get these wiring diagrams. And then locally, there are some apps which try to give out wiring diagrams. These can help at times, but these wiring diagrams are not complete. I recommend an app called Coming. This app here has some wiring diagrams, and they can help you out at times. Okay, let's get started with the lesson. Okay, wiring diagrams. What should you need to know before you start working with them? First of all, you have to know that every time you're dealing with a wiring diagram, you're dealing with a vehicle which is at an idle state. Meaning that when you're working with a wiring diagram, you have to know it at the back of your mind that the vehicle is at idle, it is not moving, there is no power that has been activated, and so on. The other thing you should know is how power flows. Usually when you're reading wiring diagrams, we follow power usually from top to bottom, or from the left side to the right side. No, left. So it depends on how the manufacturer structured their wiring diagram. So if you find a car that has bottom to top, or if you find one that has right to left, you should not freak out. But this is the standard way how wiring diagrams are sketched out. You follow from power to ground, top to bottom, or left to right. Then the other thing you should know is about symbols. When you're starting out to read wiring diagrams, you have to understand basic electrical symbols, like how a fuse looks like in a symbol, relays, voltmeter, wires, connecting points, resistors, and so on. So it's better to understand different symbols before you get started with reading wiring diagrams. Then the other thing is about color codes. So when you are reading out wiring diagrams, you notice that colors are labeled, and these codes may differ depending on manufacturers. The Germans have their way of labeling. Most abbreviations for most German cars, like Benz, VW, Audi, BMW, and so on, are abbreviated from the German meaning of these colors. For example, red, I think in German is called Rot, something like that, and so on. So depending on the manufacturers, you will find a wire labeled, for example, black. You may find someone calling it AK, you may find someone calling it B. So depending on the manufacturer. So you have to note, is this, are you dealing with a European manufacturer? Are you dealing with an Asian manufacturer? Are you dealing with an American? They all have ways they label their wires. Okay, I want to show you a few of the signs that you will see in wiring diagrams, and a few of the wires and wire color codes that will come across. So here we have, these are just a few, and these even don't make 2% of what you will see. So you go out and make a deep research of all different symbols so that you can familiarize all of them. But these are just some of the common ones. Okay, we have ground. You already see it like this. We have the battery. We have wires that are just cross but are not connected. You always see them like this. Then wires that are connected, you always see them like that. We have the lamp, let's say the lights and so on. We have the switch, the motors, the fuses. So depending on the symbols used, you will be able to interpret the wiring diagrams. Then we also have color codes. So here I have a brief sample of the color codes, and I've tried to imitate German and the Japan model. German are those like we find on some European cars like BMW, Benz, Audi, and so on. So in German, black is abbreviated as SW. When you're reading a car that has a German wiring, you will see black as RT, brown as BR, GN for green, RS for pink. So these abbreviations here come from the German meaning of these words. For example, pink in German means rosa. So that's why you're seeing it abbreviated as RS. Yeah, like that. Then for Japan is very simple. They never complicated it. They are straightforward. So at times you'll find a black, you will find a wire that is labeled SWRT. So from here you'll know that this is a black and red wire. RT GE. So this wire means that it is a red and yellow wire. Same case for the Japan or Asian model. You will see a wire labeled, for example, BW. This means you are dealing with a black and white wire. RL. This means you're dealing with a red and blue wire. So this is just a sneak peek into all the general wires. So go out and find the different wires and see how we will work out with reading the wiring diagrams. We are continuing with the basic understanding of how wiring diagrams work and how you can read them out and how you can basically understand how a power flows. So here I have a basic horn wiring diagram, and let us check it out and see how we can identify power flow and other issues. So first of all, from this wiring diagram, first identify the power sources, the switches, the load, and so on. So here I have the load, which are the horn. I have the switches. Here I have the steering column switch for the horn, and then I also have the relay which switches to the horn, and I also have power supply, our 12 volt supply to the relay, and then to the horn. So we also have our fuse here. So let us understand how this circuit works. So basically, power flows every time you press the switch on the steering column for it to activate the relay. A signal is taken to the control module. So this control module basically sends an activated ground to your horn relay. So if you don't understand how a relay works, we did make a video about the basic understanding of or the basic working of a relay. You can check in our previous course modules, or you can go to our YouTube channel and check it out. So basically in this relay we have the coil circuit and the switching circuit. This pin 87 goes to the load. Pin 30 receives power from the main supply, and then the coil side of the relay has power to one end and ground at the other end. So for this type of relay, you already have power at point 86. So when the control module sends a signal, it's going to energize this coil. Energizing this coil here, you create what we call a magnetic field, which basically creates that force that connects this point here. So when this point is connected here, you have power flow from the batteries to the horn. So we already see the horns are already grounded. So in case the horns are not working, what issues should you look for when you're diagnosing? First of all, check out, is the relay okay? Are the fuses okay? If these are all okay, check out if power is flowing. If we have power there every time we click the switch, if also power comes, if we have a ground every time we activate the switch, and also check if we have power going to the horns. So by this you can basically diagnose a few points and check out what is causing issues with these horns. So this is a basic overview of a wiring diagram with a horn. We are going to continue with more advanced schematics